and now I get to introduce our next speaker, Andrea Lerdo. And she is talking about minting the future. So, take it from here.
Hello, hello. So here's the loud Latin in the room. I see everyone with low energy, so give it up for me. No, so I'm going to be talking about minting the future. I'm so excited to be here and also following all of the women panel and diverse people that have been showing up here. But the one thing I haven't seen is Latins in the room, or Latins speaking, or Latins in panels. And I think that one of the biggest barriers of entry for Latins in NFTs is language. Very few applications, UX design, or any tools that we use to onboard people are available in Spanish or in any indigenous language that is used in Latin America. And so I'm working with an organization called Paisano DAO, which is aiming to onboard Latins into Web3 and create clubs, basically, in the path of Latins into the US, and hopefully teach them not only Web 2, but also Web 3, and help them find new pathways to commercialize either the indigenous art or any other items that they might be selling. So in the end, they might not need to continue the path into the US. What they might find is that because they found a new path to commercialize their art or their work, they don't need to move further up. They can actually create community and build space in Mexico or any place in Latin America. And the other thing I think is needed in order for us to onboard the next billion people into NFTs is just go after the easy use cases, like NFT ticketing. I'm also volunteering with a ticketing platform called Minter Access, which is just basically the ability to mint any ticket, either concerts, conferences, dining. I mean, I am, for one, shocked that NFT.NYC doesn't give you an NFT ticket. We are here, we all want NFTs, we all have wallets, and we don't have a ticket that matches what we are aiming for. And so, and I also think that for all of us women and all of us people that are in the NFT space that cannot flip an NFT to save our lives because we don't know how to add, which is my case, a ticket is something that is actually something that you understand. You have it in a wallet instead of in your email, but it gives you access to something in real life, food, a concert, an experience. And it's something that we already do, that we can also equate into other experiences. In addition, with ticketing, they're incentivizing also the artists, because the artist in a secondary sale can also get revenue directly or royalties directly for the secondary sale. So for example, Adele today in Vegas, I think the resale ticket for Adele is going for $30,000. And she sees $0 out of that ticket. So if you NFT a ticket and you have a resale price, the artist or the host of that ticket actually gets an amount or a percentage of that. And in addition, you can also make sure that the ticket is a valid ticket, and you basically have a very fast way, a very clear way to deal with scalpers and ticketing resale. The other project that I'm working with is Blue Rock, and the founder is also here. She's also, it's basically a name your NFT, name your price NFT, and it's an organization that is basically aiming for those people that are aiming to donate money into organizations. They can purchase an NFT, name their price that goes against the tax amount that they need to pay, and then they get an NFT as proof of donation so that they can track or choose where that money is going to be sent for. And so you can actually have that visibility, that tracking, and that transparency in each of the time or in each of the events that you want to donate money to a cause of your choosing. So I think that those are my 4 main subjects. And unless anyone has any questions, I'm going to yield my time to the next speaker.
How do you get more people in the space?
How do we get more people in the space? Make it easier. I mean, we all love the parties, and I'm here for that, NFT.NYC side events. But I think it is difficult for people that are not degens or that haven't been in this space for a long time to understand what it is. I gave a talk to the Football Association in Mexico about all of the things that we could do, NFT Top Shots, the cards, the collectible, and they put it up in Twitter, and everyone was like, scammers, all they want is your money, you're ruining the sport. I mean, education and just reaching out to people, not only with the bells and whistles of the parties and the fests and all of that, but with the actual explanation of why is it worth transforming businesses and communications and social platforms from Web 2 into Web 3 to cut the middleman. You want to get the money out of the creations that you put online. You want to be able to know who you are interacting with. And I think that that's what people don't know is happening with NFTs. All they see is white men mostly making millions of dollars and then throwing it out in big parties, which, again, here for the party, but there are more things that we can show about the technology. And what I say when crypto winter, blockchain summer, because we can move the focus out of the money making into the use cases and why we're here and what's the technology and how we can incentivize others to join, not only to make a quick $1 billion, which fancy, but why are we here building? And what is the use case beyond the flipping and making so much money that only a very few percentage of people are actually going to enjoy? But what are the use cases? The ticketing, the donations, the teaching people other languages. There's a Wixa NFT project that basically has NFT'd indigenous art. And so for the first time, this indigenous community in Mexico has had money flows into their Ethereum wallet, and for the first time they have water, electricity, internet, education, solar panels, and they're getting all of this in Ethereum. I don't think most of the community hasn't seen this amount of money flow into their structure ever, because the government is not there for them, and people traditionally don't know how to get to them because you have to go to, the furthest country in Mexico to actually buy that type of art and ensure that it's art that is made by these artisans, because there's a lot of counterfeiting in indigenous art as well. And so for indigenous communities especially, this is an amazing tool for them to showcase their art and get money directly into their communities without any middleman messing with the funds. So how do we get people into this space? I think just patience and education and focusing on the use cases and not the money. I think that's the thing. So, Lerdiedabirdie is my Twitter. And so please follow me, and thank you so much for your time.